As the sun rises over the small African village, birds chirp as villagers begin their daily routines. James, a handsome young man in his late 20s, walks briskly toward his friend Kofi's house. James excitedly says, Kofi, Kofi, I need your help. Kofi emerging from his hut, stretching. James, my friend, why the early morning panic? James replies, My sisters are coming from the city tomorrow. It's been 5 years since they visited. I need someone to cook proper African dishes for them. Dishes that will remind them of home. Kofi, grinning. Ah, then you need Grace. That girl's hands are blessed in the kitchen. She even helps clear my farmland. She is strong and hardworking. James. Hearing this was intrigued. Grace? The quiet girl who sells spices at the market? Kofi laughingly says, Yes, her cooking will make your sisters forget all about city food. Bring her tomorrow for a trial, says James. Grace arrives at James's compound the next morning, carrying a small basket of fresh ingredients. She is shy but confident. James smiling immediately, he saw her. Grace, Kofi says you're the best cook in the village. Can you make African salad, jollof rice, and pepper soup? She noddingly confirms, Yes, I can. My grandmother taught me everything. James said, That's good. I've prepared everything you'll need. Show me what you can do. Grace entered the kitchen and started chopping, stirring, and seasoning. The aroma fills the compound, drawing curious neighbors. James watches and was impressed by her skill. After Grace finished cooking, she brought James a plate. He takes a bite of the African salad. His eyes widen in surprise. James said, Whoa, I'm amazed. This tastes just like my mother's cooking. Grace smiles shylishly. I'm glad you like it. James, grinning, says to Grace, You're hired. Tomorrow, cook for my sisters. I want them to taste home again. Grace beams with happiness as she heads back into the kitchen. The following morning, while Grace was cooking in the kitchen, a sleek car pulls into the village, causing a stir. Ada and Ngozi step out, dressed in city glamour. Behind them is Amara, elegant and poised. Ada, James' immediate younger sister, hugged James, saying, Brother, we've missed you. Ngozi, his other sister, gesturing to Amara. And we brought our dear friend Amara. We thought you two should get to know each other. James greets Amara politely, but his eyes keep drifting towards the kitchen, where Grace is preparing their meal. Over the next few days, James kept spending more time with Grace, helping her cook, sharing stories, laughing over village gossip. One evening, as they sit under the moonlight sharing a bowl of roasted plantains, James softly says to Grace, Grace, I like you. Not just like a cook, I like you more than just a cook. Grace looks down in hesitance. James, your sisters. They don't and won't approve of me. James boldly and firmly said to Grace, It's my heart, not theirs. Grace refused to respond, but her eyes reveal her feelings. James brought out a stunning Ankara dress he got for Grace for the village festival he was invited for. He asked her to go with him, and she was overjoyed. She was impressed, and she said to James, James, no one has ever given me something so beautiful. On the day of the festival, while Grace was having her bath, Amara sneaks into her room and destroys the dress. Grace returns to find it in shreds. Heartbroken, and in tears, she hides it from James, telling him she can't attend the festival with him anymore. James returns from the festival disappointed. James frowning, and he asked Grace, Why didn't you come? Grace finally shows him the ruined dress. His face darkens with so much anger. He furiously yelled, Who would do this? James confronts his sisters, asking them why they would do such. They were shocked but quickly realize Amara's jealousy. His sister Ada angrily faced Amara. Amara, did you do this? Amara finally breaks down and admits it. The sisters, with so much anger, sent her away. Ngozi walks towards Grace saying, Please forgive us. We were blind. Our brother loves you, and we now see why. They apologize to James, giving him their blessing. His sister Ada, with smile on her face, said to James, Ask her properly, brother. James took Grace out to the village square, accompanied by his sisters, and he knelt before Grace in the village square. He was surrounded by families and friends. James is nervous, but yet determined. He said to Grace, "Grace, will you marry me?" Grace turns to his sisters, who were nodding encouragingly. The whole village waits in anticipation too. With teary eyes, Grace said, "Yes, James, yes. I will marry you." The crowd erupts in cheers as James hugged Grace with excitement on his face. Some months later, the village celebrates their wedding with colorful fabrics, dancing, and a feast prepared by Grace herself. James and Grace share their first dance as husband and wife, surrounded by love.